Okay, this is going to be a software demo of the Predictive Index Hire Module, which is this module right here. And so this is all demonstration data. These aren't real employees or real people, but this is what your dashboard would look like if you had access to all the modules. So the Hire module specifically allows you to create a new job, set a job target, assess candidates, review candidates, interview candidates, and then onboard new employees. So let's get started. So we're going to start with creating a new job. So this screen will come up right here, and let's say that we are going to create a computer user support specialist. And then what happens here is there's a bunch of data that's already in the software, and so for tons of positions. And so what we can do is we can just click on this, and then it's going to reveal who, through the data, the best behavioral profile is for this position that we just created. So when we come down to the job description, you can take your own company job description that you've prepared, and you can paste that in right here. It doesn't impact the data science or anything like that. It will just show up on a report later. So input your job description here. This is where it goes. Okay. So now let's hit on create job. And then when we do, if we, it's saying the best behavioral profile for this job is an artisan. Okay, so it's giving us a quick overview of an artisan, what they will be, what they will need, noteworthy behaviors. So if we wanted to, we could just start with this target right here. But we also have other options. And when you're new to the software, I definitely recommend you use the guided job targeting process. So let's click on that. And then when we do, we need to think about this job specifically. So the computer user support specialist, and what are the behaviors that will create success for the individual in this position. And so what we do is, how we do that is we're going to read these bullets down here and be very careful to just click the ones that we believe are critical to success from a behavioral standpoint. So carrying out instructions carefully. And I'm not going to read all of these. Let's see here. Assuring compliance. Okay, so you get the idea. And the only reason I'm not going to read them all because it will extend the demonstration. So I want to save us a little bit of time here. But what we do is we work as a team. You can have people in the conference room or whatever. And then you can also use that button where you send to stakeholders. And then we're going to go to the second page. And again, I'm just going to click off, and you will see some of these that are not relevant to that position. So obviously you just leave those blank if it's not relevant to the position. So let's go to the third page of this. And again, I'm just going to click so we can build the profile. Okay, and then if we desire for a particular position, we can also use a cognitive assessment. And so if we were to do that, we think about the cognitive level of this individual that we would like. So on the memorization side, let's say this is entry level, so we're going to go with basic. And then some of these strategic thinking, this could be a none, right? So some of these will be basic. We may want a little bit of higher level learning speed, so we can raise that up there. Maybe we're none on mathematical ability. Learning style, maybe we're basic. Okay, you get the idea. And let me just go with basic for the rest of this. Last few, basic. Okay, logic, recall, problem solving. And then I think that's management abilities right there. So let's go with, that's a none. Okay, so now, and this is a low cognitive target because you saw I was choosing basic and I was choosing none because this is our bell curve of cognitive abilities. And it's very, very low, but that's okay. That can be adjusted later. So what you see here is you have computer user support specialist. We've got this job here. We've got our behavioral target, our cognitive target, and then we're going to have a job report. So this job report is what we share internally with whoever is involved in finding the best candidate for this position. Okay, so we can share this report internally. And right here, you can see this is where your job description would go. Input your job description here, and it would be revealed right there, okay? But what's happened now, since we went through the job guided targeting, is we have 3 profiles that we are searching for, okay? So they will be, and they will need, they will like hearing these things, noteworthy behaviors, and we're going to get a summary of the behaviors for this position, job characteristics, and then we have the behavioral and cognitive as well. So if we were to, we can download this, email this, print this, you get the idea. And again, you share this internally. So that's what's happening with this job target profile internally to assist us in finding the right person. Now, in terms of candidates applying, what we can do is we can copy this link, and you can see right here, invite candidates to apply. So you can take that link and integrate it into your existing processes for hiring. Like when individuals apply and you've conducted some level of screening and you want to see if they are behavioral and cognitive match, all you need to simply do is email them that link and they'll hit it and, rock and roll. Okay, so that gets that. So the next thing we want to do is, as candidates are applying to this position, it allows us to start to do some level of assessment. So what we're going to do is we're going to, I'm going to need to pick a position that I already have candidates who've applied to. So I'm going to pick Client Success Manager. So my Client Success Manager, I already have in here in the data individuals who have applied to this. And you can see that the software racks and stacks the behavioral match and the cognitive match to this position, okay? So Victor is a 10, cognitive and behaviorally. And then Shirley is not a good behavioral match at all, but does have the cognitive ability to perform this job. Okay, so what this allows us to do is, if we desired, is we could invite the top 3 as opposed to interviewing all 5. So there's a time savings there if you were to do that. So on Victor, let's say that from an assessment standpoint, we think that Victor may be the way to go. So if we want to continue our review of Victor, is we can click into Victor, and then a lot of other reports are going to be revealed to us. And one is an interview guide. So we haven't hired Victor yet. We simply are researching and studying additional data on Victor to determine if Victor may be the proper match. So this is the report right here. So we can print, download this thing, and I actually have Victor's report right here so that we can see it a little bit better. And so what this does is, again, this is another report/tool that can be used with whoever is involved in the hiring process, the interviewing process. Okay, so the reason that Victor is a match is you can see these factors are aligned in these rectangle boxes right here. The C and the D are a little bit out, but they're pretty close. And then what's going to happen is we're going to have behavioral questions that are recommended for Victor. So you can start with areas of potential behavioral misalignment with this job target. And it's saying like, hey, tell me about an experience when you were required to solve a problem by working closely with others. So we can explore those things. And then we can come down here, and it's the green box is saying, hey, areas of potential behavior alignment with this job target. So they just gives you a tool. I think this is very helpful if you have anybody who's involved and they do not have significant interviewing experience. This allows you to kind of put some guardrails around them interviewing. So that's what that tool is about. Okay, so once we've done that And let's say that we have selected someone and we want to onboard them. That's not who I want to onboard, because we have to onboard. We have to onboard a current employee in the software. I'm not sure why Sadiq. Oh, okay, yeah, Sadiq is coming up. Okay, so now move my face over here. Is generate an onboarding packet for an employee. Okay, so we're going to get a behavioral report, personnel development chart, and a new employee placard. So we hit generate. Okay, and so here's our report that's come up right here. And I should have his larger report over here. Okay, so we've decided that we want to hire Sadiq, and we are sharing this internally as we bring him on to join our team. And then we obviously also can share this with him as he joins the team. So we're going to have strongest behaviors. We're going to have a summary, management strategies, and then we're going to have a personal development chart for Sadiq. And we can use all of these tools as we onboard Sadiq to our team. And then we have a little placard, if your company so chooses to use a placard like this, how to interact with Sadiq. And you can see here, let him collaborate, let him think it through, give me stability, and give me structure. Okay, so that concludes everything in the Hire module. Hope you enjoyed that. Sorry I had to move my head around, but that's it. All right, take care.